What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Team Pause channel. Today we're going to be going over some Temporal Forces decks. We're going to go over Iron Thorns, a little bit of an in-depth look for you, cover the basic concepts of the Temporal Forces deck, explain what it is, how it differs from the other deck archetypes that we already have posted on the channel, and how to play it online, in real life, whatever, and the abilities that it's utilizing behind it so you can manipulate the game, right? If you haven't, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We got plenty of these coming out, going over plenty of decks. I know Twilight Masquerade's coming up as well, planning out some of the decks for that. So if you guys are interested in the Twilight Masquerade format as well, we'll definitely get some of those videos in, make some guides on those as well, and it'll just build up. This will be a library for you to come back, reference some games and things like that if you want to see how the deck performs. But moving on, right? Let's go over some key cards and combos, right? Some key cards and combos that we can apply to this. Let's talk about Iron Thorns, right? So it does 70 multiplied by the number of cards that you find that are future cards, right? So big swing, big damage, knock out pretty much whatever, anything you want. And as long as it doesn't have a hero's cape on. And what your main plan is to utilize Iron Crown as well to boost these numbers up a little bit, right? So for the most part, you're gonna play 4 of these, but you'll probably get like 2-3 of them out. Some of them may get discarded when you start using Iron Thorns. That is the only drawback, is that some of the future cards get discarded. Don't worry about that. We have ways to get them back, but I'm just letting you know that that's something that's gonna occur. Now, you're using Miraidon to get the energies up out of there, because what you want is to get rid of as many energies as fast as you can and place them on Iron Thorns and your bench Pokemon so that they don't run into the Destructo Press, because energies don't count for attack, but all the trainers will. All the trainers, all the Pokemon that you pull during those 5 cards, they count. So you want to get the energies up out of there as quickly as possible. Now, we have ways to do that, right? Because we'll also, here's just a little deck building tip strategy, a little bit about the competition. I said the competition, the composition of the deck, to include advice on like card selection, balancing offense and defensive capabilities, just to create a more well-rounded experience for you, right? So if you use the electric generator, this attaches to the bench. Make sure that you actually have electric Pokemon on the bench when you want to attach this. So before you do an Iron Thorn swing, right, make sure you have, because Miraidon does not count. Make sure you keep that in mind. Miraidon does not count, right? So when you guys are actually playing this deck, make sure that you have an actual electric Pokemon on there, such as Iron Hands. I didn't really use this Iron Hands. This one isn't really the one you're gonna use. This is more just like fodder, right, for Iron Thorns. I mean, it has its situations, but you're mainly using this. Miraidon a little bit, because again, boosted up, and then Iron Hands comes like at the end. This is more like an in-game card. Think of it like this. I'm probably using Iron Thorns in the beginning, smashing whatever is in front, right? When Iron Thorns gets knocked out, it's either Mew EX or Iron Hands that's gonna clean everything up. Because I have these two. This is where you have to be a little bit of a sniper, right? When you start strategizing this deck, is that these two will make sure that you knock out whatever is in front of you, but you have to pick the right card. So it can't be something too bulky that won't fall down, right? if you find something that's too bulky, right, go ahead and use a second Iron Thorns. If it's like Pidgeot or Charizard or Roaring Moon, something that can kill itself, right, probably going to use Mew. But if I got 2 prize cards left, I'm just going to take whatever's on the bench and kill that, right? Take out whatever's on the bench with Iron Hands and kill that. The reason I say you're a sniper is because you're only playing this counter catcher. You can add more, right? You have a counter catcher and you have a boss, right? And I'm not gonna lie, you don't really need more. You really need more than that, because whatever you counter catcher, you should kill it. Whatever you boss forward, you should kill it with either MP very much, right? You took one of the support cards that he had down and you killed it, right? Some little basic that was just chilling on the bench for whatever reason, maybe comfies, you killed it. Maybe there was an in-game Charizard and you had Mew sitting here, killed it, right? Or you could even use whatever attack that's necessary, right, to knock out the Pokemon. Make sure it has a good swing. Like I said, if you need to chip it down a little bit, you can set up with Miraidon, get some more energies on one of these two, and then you can swing with Iron Thorns. If you just really need to chip at it before you knocked it out, that's fine, right? Because these are single prizes. Single prize card, no problem. But you really have to score, right? Because 2 cards is 2 cards. 2 prize cards is 2 prize cards, no matter what you do, right? So if I can steal 2 prize cards, I'm going to steal 2 prize cards. Right, I'm go ahead and snipe it. Boom, it's out of there. Right, if I can steal 2 prize cards, I'm gonna steal 2 prize cards. Right, I use the Mew, use the genome hacking. Doesn't matter what energies I put on it. Snipe it, done. Right. But for the most part, you will swing with Thorns. It's not going to be a real problem. It's just something to keep in mind. Take no radar, right? You use it, but like I said, once the bench is set, right? When we talk about the bench, you probably got Iron Thorns, Miraidon, 2 Iron Crowns, and then one of these 2. Once that's set up, right? Once that's set up, you no longer really need Techno Radar. No one really need this card, right? If you have the Miraidon already set up and it did its job, right? You're not really gonna use Lariat. So don't put energy on. This is more like advanced tactics, but you're not gonna put energy on Megaton Lariat, right? You're just using just enough energy for Destructo Press, and that's it, right? You don't need to use Lariat. I mean, if it really came down to it and you had to, but it's not necessary. I'd rather use that Miraidon turn on Mew or Iron Hands and power that up in that way. I'd probably, for the most part, 99% of the time, I'm using Destructo Press, and maybe there's that 1% that you need to use Megaton Lariat. If you need to use this for whatever reason, why didn't you just use this? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you just use this? If you used to use Lariat for whatever reason, like that's just way too much. That's just way too much. You might as well just use this, right? But as far as the matchups, it does pretty well. Like I said, boss forward Pidgey, right? Knock that out. Boss forward Lugia, knock it out, right? You don't really see like a problem. You don't really have a problem creating the big swings. You just have to make sure you use counter catcher and boss accordingly, and you have to save whatever cards you can by switching them out, right? So when we start doing the matchup analysis and the sideboarding, whatever you can save from getting knocked out with like a future booster energy capsule, something like that, to just retreat it, put the next one in, so there's no damage taken. There's no knockout that happened. That's perfect, right? That's what we need. I need that. I need to swing and then not get hit, like guerrilla tactics with this deck. I need to swing, boom, big swing, pull it back in, right? Swap it out, rotate them, I need to build up more energy. Boom, put Miraidon out there. Miraidon's probably gonna get KO'd anyway, right? So I'm just gonna use that, pull some energy in. I probably got a little chip damage on it, made it a lot easier for either Iron Hands or Mew to take out whatever comes next, right? This is probably like an 80 to 100 swing based on how many Iron Crowns that you have. So as long as you keep that in mind, then these two can follow that up, no problem. 2 for 1, easy trade, right? I'm still ahead. And you only have to do that 3 times. Like that's what people kind of fail to realize about this deck is like you really only have to do 3 swings. Like it's not like that. Like it's like I only need to swing big 3 times and I win. That's it. Right? The Mew's gonna swing big because it's probably gonna go up against another EX. Right? Iron Hands is gonna fight whatever basic Pokemon that they put out there, and I'm gonna get 2 prize cards. That's a swing. Iron Thorns, if you took all the energies out, right, is gonna swing big. He's gonna swing. So whatever they put out there, or whatever you bossed forward to make it low enough that he has like a good 50-50 chance of an immediate knockout. Like, bro, take it. Anything that's less than 200 HP that is an EX or a V, take it with the Iron Thorns. Take it. Another way that we can swap things out would be Temporal, right? And another way, this is more on advanced tactics and play tips, right? Another way for us to pick up stuff, right, other than switch card, other than the future energy, will be Temporal. And then another way we can ensure that Iron Thorns swings big enough, right, is by getting the energies out, right? So I could use Cipher, right? I could use Cipher to put 2 electric energies in the front, use an electric generator, right? And then I'm like, oh, boom, I just took 2 energies out. That means with all these future cards that's just sitting in here, have a better chance of popping up. Or you can do it vice versa, right? If you were like, man, I really need for sure 2 cards to be a future card, right? If I need for sure 2 cards to be a future card, man, find this Iron Hands right here, or in an Iron Thorn if you want to, right? And just put them in the front, bam, automatic, that's 140. And then the last 3 are just like a kind of a chance, but you have so many future cards in here, it's probably gonna hit. So you gonna hit any, like I said, anything that's 200 below, that's a V or a EX, bro, take it, just kill it. Boss it forward, counter catcher it forward, kill it. So simple, right? Don't try to go head on with Charizard. Just play around it. When boss forward, counter catcher forward, done. Whatever it was is done. Right? And like I said, if he does have the Charizard, you could chip, right? I could swing once with Thorn. He kills it, right, with the 180. And then I just put the other Thorn in there. I smack the Charizard, still up 1. I take 2 for 1. Any day. You just gotta set them up, right? That's the big thing about this, just setting it up. There's ways around the brick. People are scared of like bricking with Iron Thorns. There's ways around the brick. Just set it up. Right? Set it up. But I got a lot more guides coming for you guys. Like I said, I'm also preparing for the Twilight Masquerade stuff, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see some of the games, they're dropping periodically throughout the week. So just make sure you stay tuned for those if you want to see me actually using the deck and how it looks in the matchups, right? Instead of me just talking about it, right? Then I'll have plenty of that. It'll just come out like all Monday through Saturday. It just comes out, right? Other than that, like I said, we got 3 more guides. 3 more guides that's probably gonna post this week. So be looking forward to those as well on the channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.